back in 2013, the Corker-Hoeven border amendment was added to a comprehensive immigration bill, and it provided $46 billion worth of security. We got 69 votes for it on the Senate floor. That was when we were in the minority. And let me just say this, it was over-prescription and overkill, and had the bill been taken up in the House, which they did not, our borders would be more secure than any border in the world. But it didn't happen. Yes, this summer, 25 Democrats voted for about 26 Democrats for $25 billion worth of border security. So there's an easy solution here, and I do think that the president felt like after the two talk radio hosts did what they did, he had to be seen, quote, as fighting. Yes, the Democrats were dug in on, quote, the language around the wall, but this is really, look, I'm sorry, this is a made-up fight, and at some point people will get together and resolve this issue. The perfect solution really is just putting the Dreamers, which all of us want to solve. Most Republicans want the Dreamers issue resolved. Team that with some security. Let it not be so prescriptive as it relates to actual borders. Our $46 billion bill did have 700 miles of fencing in it, and so there is a need for some border issues. I think just the way the two sides are talking about it is purposely there to create a fight. And again, Joe, you and I, or let's say Becky and I, we could solve this and truly just in 2 or 3 minutes. It's so easy.
So we've talked a lot about the Mitt Romney op-ed, and I think back on your relationship with the president, and that's been like a Tolstoy novel. I don't know, where are you now? I mean, you guys, I think you've been friends. You've been close and you've been friends, and then there's been other times where you've said adult daycare, and he said, you know, Corker's a good man, but then he's saying that you're not running again because your poll number. I mean, it's a love-hate. It's a love-hate relationship, is it not?
Oh, I don't know what it is, but you know, the fact is that there's been a lot of good things. Nothing has kept our office from accomplishing a lot over the last 2 years, and certainly over the last 12. We meet and talk at every level of government today, Joe. I mean, Pompeo, Mattis, who I just loved and hate to see him leave, but people at the White House. So we're constantly working. The president and I, as Lamar Alexander says, you know, we talk to each other in the way a contractor and developer talk to each other. And as you know, I'm not a politician, and I can't abide by silliness. So, but look, it's fine. I'm leaving here on a high. I don't want to say much more. I feel so good about everything.
He figures he doesn't. You know, there's a lot of. You guys are different. But in some ways, you're the same, because he doesn't want to put up with a lot of. I mean, have you ever heard anyone say stuff with no filter, but some of it that ends up being true and needed to be said in the first place? I mean, sometimes it's too far, but you're not that different in certain ways. You think Romney's helpful? I mean, what's he doing? What is he running for? Is that 2020? Is that a 2020 move?
You know, I talked with him yesterday, and I don't think that he is. I just think he felt the need to lay out his thoughts about things. And, you know, let's face it, December was a pretty traumatic month. But I don't think he's running for president. I really don't. And I asked him that very directly, and I just don't think that's what he's doing. So you ought to have him on the program. He's a much better looking, tall, handsome, much more financially equipped guy than me, so you ought to have him on and ask him.
But Bob, you said you asked him, and your takeaway was he doesn't want to run. Did he say that explicitly?
He did. I think he said that. I wouldn't be saying that. I don't share personal conversations with others, or at least their side of it. But he said that yesterday on television, I think, on one of the programs. I don't think it was angling towards running, although I think some people got excited about the fact that maybe that would be the case.
Would you back him, or would you back Trump in 2020?
Oh,
I don't want some wishy-washy. I want a Corker answer. You're going to back Trump in 2020? Would you support him for re-election?
Here's a Corker answer, because I'm thoughtful and pragmatic and hopefully and all that. And that is, look, let's see who runs. I think this next 3 months. No, I think this next 3 months is going to be a pretty impactful 3 months.
What, Mueller-wise?
I just all kinds of things. I mean, we have divided government. We've got all kinds of things that are happening. But let's see what the lay of the land is in the future. And I promise you, I will come on early and be very. Of course, you won't care then because I won't be a senator.
No,
but
we'll
I'll
still
come
care.
on early and tell you exactly what I'm
CNBC
doing.
contributor position.
Well, you know, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but in 3 hours and 45 minutes, I can begin talking about those kinds of things. So.